Hello and welcome to Alke-Centric. This is umlungisi kaNdlala, umi ucwanini sibewu. Usikhabakhabanisa khaba uveze ngonyawo. Isala kulandela singalandela una ngusathana uqobo. Thank you for subscribing. Please comment on the comment section below. Like, share with your friends and family, and please let us continue to subscribe on our channel. Let us make it grow and see where it gets us. Today I'd like us to talk about something that I think is very, very imperative for every African, not just in Africa, home and abroad. Language. First and foremost, if you remember, or even if you don't remember, you can go to my very first video where I explain why I speak in English, because I want to be able to reach out to as many people as possible, to my brothers and sisters in the diaspora, and even other people, people of other race, because this is not just about black people, but this is about everyone who is interested in our content, in learning about Africa, in teaching about Africa, everything about Africa, really. So the importance of language in this case comes when we speak to each other and we cannot connect with each other because we all use a foreign language. There was a speech by Dr. Mdende. Yes, it's Dr. Nokuzola Mdende, I think, yes. They were talking about decolonization of religion, and she said something that was very profound, that when they were, I think, in Kenya, in these conferences, someone came and called them like with labels in a way, and when that person came in the room, she said, all those who are francophone, please follow me. Those who are anglophone, go this side, and put all these labels. And by the way, this was Africa, this was Kenya. Now, if you look at it, at this, you would understand how damaging it is for us to be Afrophone and Anglophone in 2023. It is very scary. You go back to our homes, you find us, especially us, the young generation, and those who went to school or who have money, who afford to take their children to multiracial school. They speak English in their households. This means that our culture is dying, because there are certain things in our culture that cannot be translated in English. That is point number one. Point number two, and the most important point, I think, it is very, very important for us Africans, home and abroad, to be able to communicate with each other without using I'll use this term, what is it, a colonizer's language. Because me speaking in English, and someone would say, yeah, you're so fluent in English, but then it just shows you how deeply entrenched I am in this Anglophone nonsense. I'm sorry to use that language, but I have to use it, because sometimes we need to emphasize these things. The most spoken language in Africa is said to be Kiswahili. I think everyone of us, if we truly want to be taken serious by any people in the world, we need to learn to speak our very own language. You know, I'm not sure if everyone does it, but I like how Chinese are. You know, you find Chinese in New York speaking Mandarin. You find them in South Africa, they speak Mandarin. You find them even with an English accent, like those who are in the UK. They actually, that shows how long they've been in the UK, but they speak, they still know their language. We, on the other hand, we want every opportunity to teach our very own language. My 2 minutes in New York, I come back to South Africa not knowing my very own language. All of a sudden, I cannot understand my very own language, a language that I've been speaking for over 30 years. 2 minutes in New York, I'm now, you know, all those things. So it is very, very important for us to understand that we need to learn a language that will unify us. Because if we can have that language that unifies us, we will be able to discuss our issues in a manner that will be, I think, impactful. We are spiritual people. And I'm not assuming that other people are not spiritual. I'm talking about us. So I do not have a responsibility to represent the whites, Chinese, or Indians. I have a responsibility to speak about my people. We are spiritual people. So when we speak, we believe we invoke our forefathers. They are able to speak through us. But sometimes when we speak a foreign language, it is hard for them to intervene. It is hard to find that special moment in whatever it is that we say, because we are so colonized. We're so mentally colonized. In order for us to be able to kill this xenophobia that we have across Africa, and then a lot of people think that it's only in South Africa, which is really unfair. I don't know if everyone remembers in 1981 in Nigeria, Nigerians were chasing away Ghanaians. I'm sure you can go to all these countries, you'll find a bit of history of this and that. This is xenophobia. If we can speak in one language, we are able to have one vision. With one vision, we will have a greater purpose, we will be more respected, we will be able to grow our very own food economy. And someone I'm sure someone would say, so by speaking one language, it means that we'd be able to grow our own food. Not necessarily. That's not what I'm saying, really. In explicit terms, no. What I'm saying is, it's easy for us to have a common vision if we speak with one language. We speak one language. It's very easy. So in order for us to even attempt to get to that common view, we need to speak one language. We'll continue this topic some other day. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day. I'm sorry about the noise. It's a truck passing by. Thank you.